Good morning, everyone. It is August 4th, Tuesday, August 4th. And first thing I noted this morning is apparently it has been 6 months since this health crisis was classified as a global pandemic. And the first thing I was left with was, so what does that mean? What is going on? What does it mean? What has I or my family done in the last 6 months? It's an interesting thing to think about. I actually might take 20 or 30 minutes here after this live stream and just really self-assess. And if I like what I kind of put down, I'll do another live stream and just share it with you. It's just these interesting points in time. I remember when this started. If you go back and look at my goals sheet, I was looking to run 50 miles a week. And then the lockdown came and that sort of went out the window. We were looking to do several more projects, but slowed down because we were nervous. So it's been interesting. And another thing is it has been so surprising in so many ways. The first one being real estate investing in the suburbs, specifically Fresno, where I spend all of my time looking, right? I still look every day, a couple of times a day. And going into this health crisis, I saw, and I've shared on this channel every day since then that, I think, sales are going to go down, buyers are going to get less risky. And it was true for about 3 weeks. And then the buyers came out. And here recently, they've come up even more. And I'm actually going to have an interview, hopefully at 1 today, with a Fresno broker who's on record as saying prices are going to go up because inventory is now down 43% from last year. And they are routinely getting 10 to 12 offers over asking within 24 hours. I've been in Fresno for 20 years, every day. And to see what is going on today it's both, I guess, entertaining and shocking. So it'll be an interesting conversation. So again, I guess I ask, what have you been doing the last 6 months? I've read some articles about people gaining 5 to 10 pounds. I've heard people watching too much TV. What are you doing to improve yourself? What are you doing, to move forward? I think it's fair to say we may need to plan for another 6 months. It's just always interesting to take time to self-reflect. I typically do these on Sundays, but that comment about being 6 months old really caught me. So I'm wondering what have you been doing the last 6 months? What are you going to be doing the next 6 months? I think we all need to be doing a little bit more. So first off, a couple of things. Ralph Lauren kind of continuing the trend of, kind of business wear retailers getting crushed. They missed top and bottom line. Their stock's getting hammered for it. I would say they have a nice enough balance sheet to limp through, but any boutique retailer who relies on people coming in, let's just stop pretending. Any local restaurants, it is going to be, not going to be there, right? Small businesses are done, and many of them should stop borrowing and just call it now, which really is going to hurt the economy because small businesses has such an impact on employment. Howard Schultz, former CEO of Starbucks, was on CNBC. I caught his interview this morning. He's talking about being a 5-alarm emergency, and he is specifically referring to small businesses. He's talking about, if we don't find a way to take care of the small businesses, when we come out of this, we'll have, 100 gargantuan companies which will do nothing for competition and options and things of that nature. And we are getting to some pretty scary times, and to see what's going on in Washington is, I've said it for the last 3 or 4 days, pretty disappointing and disgusting all at the same time. Another thing is, it looks like Ford is replacing their CEO. He is going to, quote unquote, retire. and they're bringing in Jim Farley to kind of reignite growth. Tough time to jump in, but they're not happy with how growth is going and all of that. So Ford's making a change. A lot of talk around TikTok. China is now on record saying essentially the U.S. is a rogue nation, and we are trying to run a smash and grab. I thought that was at least an interesting headline. Given how much they quote unquote steal from us via intellectual property and the like. But you got to appreciate, I at least appreciate their opinion. It may not agree with it, but I appreciate it. Microsoft looks like they have till September 15th to make the acquisition, or our president's going to say out of the U.S. It does look like they're talking about maybe just buying the U.S. portion of TikTok. I think the powers that be want all of it. So this is going to be a delicate negotiation. I still wonder if there's a sleeping giant sort of stalking horse out there, besides Microsoft. You would think there'd be another organization of size in the social media space kind of there. I always wonder who else is bidding that we're not hearing about, right? Microsoft is kind of front and center. I always think there's a second person, maybe even a third person. So we'll see. Bookings.com, the layoffs are out there. They're laying off 25% of their employees. This is that second order effect happening. Interesting. I was very disappointed in Nancy Pelosi yesterday. She was out publicly saying she doesn't expect an agreement for another week, which again is back to disappointing and disgusting. I actually thought the Senate was on summer recess next week. So by her saying that, I don't know what that means. Do they come back? Do they stay? Does she just tell the American people, sorry, I gave up? I mean, this is not good. To that end, I also wonder when we start seeing executive orders from our president saying, I'll just do it by myself. He does have a lot of power and leeway with the executive order. But I don't know what that does, but he's going to do something, I am sure. He does not like to see what is going on. I expect him to do something around unemployment and evictions. It seems to be top of mind for him. So we will see. A couple other dividend cuts. BP, oil company, actually is going to cut production 40%, is cut their dividend in half, which is interesting. They just raised it in February, I believe. But more importantly, this is an oil company. They're going to invest billions in green energy and look to go carbon neutral here in the near future. So I don't know that I ever thought I'd see an oil company do that, but I get it. Good for them. And then Capital One. Capital One cut their dividend 75%. Again, credit cards, banks, financial institutions, they're all building that war chest for bad debt. And one of the things you can do is cut your dividend a la Wells Fargo that the Fed said had to happen. So pretty interesting. As you would probably expect, Clorox, near as I'm told, the only thing that officially kills this damn virus, they had a record quarter, and they just replaced their CEO. Actually, the 35th or 37th female CEO out of the Fortune 500. So good on her. Good for Clorox. Some kind of fun thing. I don't know if you saw this, but Dwayne Johnson, aka The Rock, he and his ex-wife, go figure, have bought the XFL out of bankruptcy for $15 million. I don't know about you, but that's intriguing, right? The XFL, if you don't remember, started up early this year, and then like 1 or 2 games in had to stop because of this health crisis. Just horrible timing. But it'll be interesting to see what The Rock and his ex-wife do for that $15 million investment. So that's what I got for you today. Again, I am looking forward to after hours. It's Disney is reporting after hours. That's one of the stocks I highlighted on Saturday, I think, about I'm looking for, because they kind of have two things. They have the theme parks and content, and then they also have Disney Plus, which is kind of a stay-at-home play. So I am looking to see where Disney goes here. And then one thing I caught just as I was coming up here to record this for you is it looks like flights on Sunday set a post-pandemic peak of 765,000. So it looks like all of these airlines with their cleaning procedures, requiring masks, things of that nature, are making consumers or flyers feel better. And that's just like everything in our economy. Everything we do on this channel is what is going on in the consumer psyche. Right now, it feels like, again, a single data point. We will wait for another couple weeks, but people are starting to feel a little bit better flying. And, you know, should that continue, then we can talk about opening up other things. Because right now there's very little to go fly to do. So it'll be interesting. And yes, hit the thumbs up. We got 26 people watching and 11 thumbs up. I do this for you every day around 7:30. So that's what I got for the day. Again, lots going on. I'm going to kind of self-reflect on what the last 6 months have meant. And you have a wonderful, wonderful day, everyone. Take care. Thanks.